Peace. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome back, family. Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. Um, yeah, grand evening or grand rising to you all, wherever you may be. And hope you all having a great one. All right. So got some vegan nachos here today with my vegan nachos, and this is actually my second live. Yeah, this is my second live, yeah. Cause my first one, I don't know what was going on. It just started messing up on me, but I know it may not look that good now, but believe me, it tastes good. So yeah, got vegan nachos, yeah. So that's how they look. And get you one more good little glance. Found this new vegan place, and I want to try them out. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So y'all come on in. Give me a couple minutes. You lying. Whew. Oh yeah, that made it spicy. So it's got some type of vegan spicy sauce on here. And it's really good. It's really good. Now, I found the video. It's crazy. It actually looks real. thanks so much, everyone, for coming back and joining up on me once again. My apologies for the little late reply. I usually don't go over 10 minutes on my intro standby, but yeah, I was eating and doing something else, so uh, had to take care of that. Had to take care of that. But welcome back, family. Uh, Welcome to my channel. This is King Akachi Totakam and Raw, and here we teach peace, power, and unity, or shall I say balance, unity, and collective consciousness. How about that? I like how that sounds. Where we teach collective consciousness. All right, so today, I have a lot of a few things to talk about. One of which being, I'm gonna just start right off, Donald Trump. So Donald Trump he has been indicted. He is being has having charges pressed against him right now. And I just want people to pay attention to the timing of this and why they're doing this right now out of all the times that they could have been and did it. You feel me? Like he no longer he was really used like a pawn. I always say that politicians politicians are just puppets. Politicians are just puppets. That's all. So they're really having their strings pulled by the so-called elite, that are really running things, behind closed doors. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, there's a reason why he's being having charges pressed against him now, instead of when he was doing all of these things or making the faulty uh, paperwork and tax returns or whatever they say he did. Like long story short is they know that he did what he did way before now. So the fact that they want to jump on that right now and then want to try to press charges against him now is just really odd, y'all. But it's perfect timing for their agenda because in a sense because it's just a distraction. So we have to be more focused on what our missions is, our journeys. We have to be finding our tribe people. We have to be ascending, not descending. We need to be ascending, ascending, ascending. All right, I'm talking about, yeah, off the mount. We out the dome. You feel me? Out the dome. You feel me? So that's the type of ascension we need to be going on right now. And we are having a lot of things, come out, from left and right because, there are people and things and power. There are people behind the scenes that are in power that are holding a position of power because they're not, necessarily powerful people. If anything, let's just call them sneaky. Let's call it what it is: a bunch of sneaky crooks that have no problem leeching off of the so-called lower class, which is, it's pitiful, it's shameful to say the least. And I'm I'm doing something about it. I'm speaking up about it. I'm making the changes. I am trying to unify with my people. Networking as we speak. Just putting myself out there at this point because it's really, it's been time up for games. I used to be a very, very thorough video gamer, y'all. I used to be, and now I can no longer play the game. I can no longer play the game. because it's just not in me, you know. Like so. 1 second. So yeah, um, we have to be focused right now in these times, and it's harder than ever because we truly do have so many distractions. There's so many distractions going on, from left and right, up and down. The media is going to show you what the media wants you to see, but that may not be the entirety of the whole story situation, or whatever. So it's up to us to do our due diligence, come behind them, doing our own research, putting two and two together. Hmm. Yeah. So we got to be very, very careful. And we have to be very careful these days. We must be vigilant. Hmm. So what I'm saying is we need to not focus on what they're trying to get us to focus on, and realize that right now the USA is on its last leg. They are crippling before the hands of they're crippling before the faces of nations, and they are about to atone for so many sins, so many discrepancies, so many um war crimes. Yeah, that's a good word. War crimes, right? So um we need to come together and come up as our own nation. We need our own systems. We need our own everything. We need our own stores. We need our own land. They need to return the land they stole. This doesn't have to be hard, America. Just let it go. This doesn't have to be hard. Like you don't gotta go out like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we nice people. Black people are some nice people. I'm gonna be very specific. So y'all is not confused. I'm gonna use the modern day term everybody uses. But look, us indigenous aboriginals, we are very reasonable people, I would like to say. We are reasonable to a certain degree, because for you to even have been got away with the bullshit y'all done got away with over these past few hundred years, man, that ought to tell you something right there. That ought to tell you that. I mean, just think about it. Would you let us do you like that? Now be honest. Hell no. Hell no. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You would be ready to pull some damn artillery out. You'll be ready to pull some shit out and go make something happen, won't you? So, man, yeah, I be wanting to say so much more on this damn app. Oh my god, like it's so much more I need to be saying. I could be saying like, I'm gonna have to give it to you raw. Cut no chase. Like I was just sitting here thinking. I guess I'm gonna just start going off the top of my head. Like, let me just talk about myself for a minute. Like, You ever, know somebody that was so bright that they could just walk into a room and it's like the whole room kind of stops, or people just look up in awe at this individual that is radiating this certain type of energy that is it's powerful. It's powerful. There's no way you can't notice it, right? So, like, I have that effect, like, and there's a lot of people that have been trying to get me to be differently. You know, a lot of people that's been um, don't like when I speak uh, with fire, passion. Like people, there's some people that maybe cannot do that and see you doing that, and then they feel some type of way. I was speaking about this in one of my last lives, like was sitting at the table ordering some food, and had ordered this appetizer, and it came to the table, and this girl mama was gonna say that they had ordered that, but they didn't even order that. They didn't order that. They just wanted to have what I had, and it's like it's weird. Like people will go to the extreme sometimes to either get what you have or make sure they make some kind of attempt to try to destroy you so you can't have it. They will rather you not have it because comparison is the thief of all joy. People shouldn't be so worried about the possessions, especially material, of anybody that that can make them feel some type of way. Um, so I personally don't get it, but all I do know is it just makes me go 10 times harder, and it makes me never give up, and it gives me motivation in the sense that somebody out here feels like they may be have the power to stop me. Little do they know they don't even know me, and don't even know what I'm capable of. So, I'm not letting nothing like that go down, point blank. And so it just uh makes me stronger. It makes me stronger. There's no other way to put it. Like so, you know, um, I'm really strong. I'm really strong. So like I've learned a lot through these last few years, especially. And I'm just making sure to utilize everything that I'm learning along the way. Okay. Um. All right. Next. Okay. Next. So basically, what I was saying, I said all that to say, if you are on your path and you find yourself being in a situation like that where it seems like people may envy you, it seems like people may be doing things out of spite to you, or just may be just overall rude and generally nonchalant. All right, so you wanna first of all stay away from those type of people, and second of all, keep doing whatever you're doing to make them mad. It's none of your business if they're mad. Like if you just want to make sure you're happy. Of course we don't. I wouldn't want them to be mad, but I can't relinquish any of my power to make you happy. Ooh, you feel me? That's just how I feel about it. So, it is what it is. I just do my best. I strive for best every single day. And I don't bother nobody, y'all. I don't bother nobody. Make sure to, stay to myself. And man, just getting out and about and doing things to make your heart glow. That's what it's about. Like, I don't need to bother nobody. I don't wish bad on nobody, you know, at all. Um, so however they're feeling, that's on them because I make sure to do my part not to step on anybody's toes. I know how that feels, and I wouldn't want that done to me. So that's why it's important that we do things like this, burn some Palo Santo, some sandalwood if you got it, or some sage. Sage ain't the only thing y'all can burn, y'all. It's different elements out there, so we should, utilize and take advantage of all of those and put those to our favor, you know, make sure to cleanse our spaces efficiently. All right. You wanna do that now. You wanna do that. So I'm just burning some of this right here. And then as I be burning it, okay, yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. How about I make my own little sage bundle real quick? All right, check me out now. Watch me. Watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, 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 watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, and we lit then. Do something else here. So soft, yeah. All right. All right. 1 second, y'all. All right. So here we go. So I literally just made a sage bundle, y'all. All right, so check it out. So Salvinia pinea, the white sage, bee sage, or the sacred sage, is an evergreen perennial shrub that is native to the southwestern United States and northwestern Mexico. Found mainly in the coastal sage scrub habitat of Southern California and Baja California on the western edges of the Mojave and Sonoran deserts. And white sage is also antimicrobial, and both have been it's been shown to repel insects, and it's good for purifying, symptom relief, like spirituality. It's just good for releasing negativity, cleansing objects, mood boosting, stress relief, and just improving your sleep quality overall. Like, can't go wrong. So let's go ahead, see here. So I cleanse this space of any negative energies. 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 I shall, so more to be, so more to be. I shall, so more to be, so more to be. Yeah, I love the way it's burning so slow. Oh, it's responding to the sound of my voice. Wow. Well, maybe I was just breathing right over it. Who knows? Yeah, let's just do it again. Wow. It smells so good. It just open your nose up. It's so earthy and just it's amazing. Yeah. So we can use things like this. I have white sage here. Then I got the Palo Santo. Then I have some red dragon's blood sage here that's been soaked in the resin of a dragon's blood tree. Imagine that. So comes in all shapes and forms and stuff. Yeah. Put the kettle on. All right. So yeah, I get with it, man. So I love to have incense. Sometimes I have a essential oil like diffuser going in the background. But I have incense going today, and then like the sage or the Palo Santo, and it's a vibe. It's a vibe, like so. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So like I was saying, the Donald Trump thing, it's a distraction, and we gotta be mindful of what we give our attention to. We have to, because there's a war for our minds going on right now. Because if they can get the mental, then they can surely try to take a shot at your physical later on. So we don't want to give them that type of advantage, melanated people. I'm telling you. No, we've been the targets for the longest because we done always sat on our throne. We ain't never bothered nobody. Like, you know, but people have a history of bothering us, but then don't even want to pay reparations or anything, give us anything, for for the troubles and the things that they even do to this day, to this day, to this day. You hear me? Like, they've been playing with us, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. It's still crazy. How they gonna sit there and play on our damn top like that? Man, look, I'm trying to tell you, look, stand up, guys. Stand up, guys. We gotta come together, man. These folks they done scream the battle cry. They done scream the battle cry. They got goddamn white, black, red horses and shit, what I'm saying, coming through, so-called fulfilling the biblical, what they call it, predictions and whatnot. So it's mine. It's time we gotta stand up and do what we must. We gotta do what we must. hmm And I ain't got no problem doing it because we've been victims for too long. We've been victims for too long. That's the moral of the story. Victims for too long. But you know what? They haven't always beaten us. We won. We won a couple wars. Yeah. One war we won was the Haitian War. We won that Haitian War, ran the folks up out of there. And they gonna talk about we owe them. Ain't that something? How how we owe you for whooping your ass? You shouldn't have been over here. Fuck you mean? This shit crazy. That's beyond crazy. The audacity of colonizers to the type of shit they do. Like, they just ain't got no sense. No damn sense. I got a natural coconut bowl, y'all. I made this natural coconut bowl by eating the coconut, peel it out, smooth it out, clean it up, and boom, you got an ashtray, natural ashtray. So you welcome, you want to ever, have a natural ashtray, boom, that's one way. Just eat the coconut, crack that junk down, but you gotta crack it perfect though. You really gotta crack it, pay attention to where you're hitting it at. Because if you don't, it's gonna be offset. It's gonna be kind of. This one was almost offset. It didn't break quite the way I wanted it to, and I have one or two more around here somewhere that look way better than this. But it is what it is. Still use it because as long as it has no hole in the bottom, it's a keeper. So this about, you know, this sitting at about an inch deep anyway, so it's deep enough. About an inch and a half at the most. Yeah, because the corner right here. What yeah, man. Let me go on here and show y'all the drip check today, man. I ain't show y'all the drip check. Hold up. Oh my goodness. See, that's what happened. And get that bad energy about the get that bad energy off your mind or wherever it may be. So yeah, man, let's get to these topics. So yeah, let's talk about veganism. So veganism has a lot of benefits, y'all. And I know a lot of people gonna say that maybe it doesn't or something like that. But just a quick look, tap in, the strongest animals in the planet do not eat meat. The strongest animals like elephants and apes, silverback gorillas, like they don't eat meat. They don't need it. Like, and if you think about it, if you do think you're getting protein from an animal, it's secondhand protein because all the animal didn't have eat any protein, but somehow had protein. How you think that happened? Like y'all gotta, just put two and two together. Like that's just something that they say to deter people from actually, leaving certain items on the shelf, right? Because in the end they have a plan for us to consume what they would like for us to consume, which is why, like in my last stream, I was talking about how the FDA and different people be saying that uh, that really it'd be no problem with eating stuff like that has meat or cheese and milk and products, animal products, period. Like, you know, they're not gonna speak against it because there's an agenda going on. So, if they help people to actually get better, uh, and do it the right way, then we wouldn't have as many patients or that we have in the hospitals or in the doctors' offices because they know that there are natural ways to heal yourself, but yet and still they do not promote that. They do not promote that. So it's once again up to us and people like me to come to you and let you know what the truth is. Um, because believe it or not, plants have a lot of protein. Protein. All right. So just off the top, just give you a few plants that contain a lot of protein consist of almonds, seeds, lentils, quinoa, almond rough, black beans, soybeans, seitan, peas, nuts and seeds, nut butter, greens, chickpeas, broccoli, stuff of that nature. So it's really, really easy to get protein. There's no reason why you can't get protein without eating meat, right? Just here to let you know, they have tofu, tempeh, lentils, nuts, seeds, and quinoa. And I'm well aware of the dangers of soy. So Don't get me started on the tofu and the what you call it, like, you know, I know that, but I have to name off a few. I have to name off a few. So right off top, that's a few for you right there. All right. So you got chickpeas with 15 grams of protein, edamame, 17 grams of protein, chia seeds, 5 grams per 1 ounce. Mung beans have 14 grams of protein. Come on now, 14 grams. You're not even gonna get half of that eating some of this meat they got out of here today. Come on now. The weak ass chicken they got out here raising and shit, man. Come on. These chickens don't even get to grow up normally no more. If you seen what I seen, you wouldn't be eating that. You wouldn't want it. You wouldn't want it. Promise you. You got tofu at 20 grams, lentils at 18, sunflower seeds are 15 grams per half. Uh, hemp seeds got 6 grams per 2 tablespoons. Just 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds, y'all. What is 6 grams? Wow. Oatmeal, 6 grams. Nut butters. So like peanut butter, I guess. Peanut butter is 8 grams per 2 tablespoons. Quinoa, 8 grams. Quinoa is 8 grams, y'all. That's amazing. All right. Let's see here. So there are a lot of ways you can get protein. So I just wanted to, state that fact, because people need to know that, so we can stop making excuses to eat like them. You know, we can stop making excuses. Yes, we did eat meat in the past and still do eat meat today. I know that, but you know, things are changing. We are ascending, and if we are to, get in touch with nature and Mother Earth and the motherland, then we need to be on the frequency of the planet, um, and we need to be vibrating to an extent to where we don't even need to consume those type of things to feel like we're doing anything, right? I'm just saying. So yeah, pay attention. Like it's too much GMO stuff out there these days, and we have to be careful. So yeah, man, it is what it is. Man. So yeah, I got a vegan Oreo oat milk shake too, y'all. It looks so good too. Let me show you. I drank it halfway down because it was kind of like melting on the way back to the house. So, but it's got real cookies on the top, and it's 100% vegan. When I got it from a vegan shop. Mm, mm. Oh, I knew it was gonna be so good. I came back. I ate the nachos first, right? I had put this in the freezer. Shoot, man, got that joint straight like that. Mm, mm. Oh yeah. Mm. Woo! This ain't no damn McFlurry right here now. This something better. Y'all don't know nothing about this. See, this homemade. She made it in my face. Mm, mm. Yeah, I think it is. Real thick. Bruh, I'm trying to tell you this shit, bro. But anyway, I don't forget what I was talking about, man. This shit's so good. Mm, mm. All right. All right. Ooh. All right. Let's see. Yesterday, I was talking about energies and balances. Today, let's talk about the United States. Hmm. Social and political justice. All right. So, as we was just saying, there's a lot of, you know, injustices going on. We're tired of being a victim and just want to make changes. We have to make changes. It's getting harder to get because of the cookies. It's got real cookies in there. So, but all right. Let's get to the social justices that are going on right now. And wow, these folks got like a census of people that have passed away by uh law enforcement killed in the United States, yo. So everything that I'm saying is gonna be true. It's gonna be factual. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Oh my goodness, it's so many. This list goes back to the 1970s. Yeah, I didn't even know they had a list this long. Yeah, so the first date that I have here is March 31st, 1870. Henry Truman, at the age of 26 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, um, Officer John Whiteside chased Truman into an alley after shoplifting. When Truman asked the officer what he did wrong, Whiteside shot him. Whiteside was found guilty of manslaughter. Just killed that man. Wow. So basically, the police in the United States get to be the judges in the streets when it comes to so-called minorities or people of color. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's crazy because they say that everybody deserves a right to a trial, but then a lot of people don't make it to their trial at all. I feel like that's sad and it's messed up. Yeah, man, it's important that we know these things so we can see that there is a pattern going on. So this is before 2000s. That's the oldest date. The next date is 1938. Barry Lawson was killed at 21 in Seattle, Washington. Three officers beat Lawson to death after removing him from the hotel he worked at. The officers claim Lawson fell down the stairs and attempted to bribe a witness, but all three were tried and convicted of manslaughter. All right, next is July 6, 1941, Harrison Ware. He was 49. White officers Charles LaBaugh and Dewey Ellis shot and killed Ware at a club before stealing money from his pockets. Barry LaBaugh and Ellis were indicted on second-degree murder charges, but were not found guilty. Not found guilty in 1942. Mm. Next, uh, so yeah, they've been doing this a long time. Of course, but I bet a lot of this stuff has not even been documented. But I want to see I want to see the recent ones, right? So, all right, Keenan Anderson. Let's just go. We jump into 2023 now. January 3rd, Keenan Anderson of 31 in Los Angeles, California. Keenan Anderson, cousin of Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrice Cullors, he passed away after he was tased by Los Angeles PD after a car crash. How is they tasing him after a car crash? They should be trying to get him help. January 7th, y'all, just 4 days later now, in Memphis, Tennessee, Tyree Eccles. This was recent. I remember this. Tyree Eccles was pulled over for suspected reckless driving, y'all. They said suspected reckless driving. So look, y'all, they saying that they suspected him of driving recklessly and ain't got no proof. Because best believe if he did recklessly drive, they would have proof of that. It wouldn't be no suspected nothing, right? I ain't never even heard of no suspected reckless driving. If you got reckless driving, you getting charged like $300 some dollars or higher, or you going to jail. Period. Like, so that's not no charge that they need to be playing with. They probably just saying it, like just because they want to try to, have a reason to pull him over. But come to find out later on down the line, he was pulled over. They beat him. They pepper sprays him. They tased him. He was taken to the hospital, and he passed away 3 days later. Autopsy found he suffered extensive bleeding caused by a severe beating. The 5 officers involved in the incident were fired, as well as 2 EMTs. The 5 officers were later charged with murder. Now, they charged all 5 of the officers. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think all 5 of them beat him up. I don't think all 5 officers beat him up. So what that's telling me is they can charge who they want to charge. But see, there have been instances in the past where Caucasian officers can kill a black man and get away with it. Now that's some bullshit. And we won't stand for that. February 3rd, Alonzo Bagley, 43, in Shreveport, Louisiana. Police responded to a reported domestic disturbance at an apartment complex where Bagley fled from the apartment balcony. After a foot pursuit, Officer Alexander Tyler shot Bagley in the chest as he rounded an apartment corner. No weapons were found on or near Bagley. Tyler was arrested for negligent homicide several weeks later. So, do you notice the difference here, y'all? This February 3rd, now it's April. Put two and two together. Listen what I just told you. Basically, he was arrested, but he's not incarcerated. He hasn't been charged with murder. You get what I'm saying? Like this is shit I be talking about. All right. So that's crazy. Dude was running from y'all. He wasn't no threat. They act like okay. All right. Anyways, February 22nd. Timothy McCree Johnson, 37, Tyson, Virginia. Police were called to a Nordstrom store at Tyson's Corner Center by loss prevention officers who reported a man was stealing sunglasses. Two officers chased the suspected thief, Johnson, to a nearby wooded area and shot him. No weapons were found on or near Johnson. One of the officers, Sergeant Wesley Schiffett, was later fired. They couldn't even fire both of the officers that chased this man down, but he ended up dead. That's crazy. That's crazy. That don't make sense. But in Virginia, I heard about Virginia and Carolina over there, man. They raw. They like another Mississippi. They man, look. I or Alabama. Next we have March 6th, Ervo Otinio. Oh man, this is so sad to see these pictures of these people that are no longer here, right? And again in Virginia, right after February and March, Virginia strikes again. 7 deputies from the Henrico County Sheriff's Office took an inmate, Otinio, to a mental health facility. During the intake process, Otinio became combative with the deputies who restrained him. Otinio died, and the 7 deputies were charged with second-degree murder about a week later. 3 hospital employees were also charged. Wow. Wow, y'all. That's crazy. Let me jump over real quick. Dante Wright, he done passed at 20. He was just slain, man. That's crazy. In Minneapolis, Minnesota, what he was doing, driving with his girlfriend. How he gone now? Wright was stopped by officers for a traffic violation. Police tried to detain him for an outstanding warrant. Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter shot him as he was trying to get back into his car. The police chief says it was an accident, that she mistook her gun for the taser. Wow. So she has since resigned and been charged with second-degree manslaughter. Next, Andre Hill in Columbus, Ohio. Man, you wouldn't believe what he was doing as they took his life. He emerged from his garage holding up a cell phone in his left hand, y'all. This in 2020. Just imagine. You go outside, you ain't got nothing but a cell phone in your hand. And before they can even try to do anything properly, probably didn't do any type of protocol. They done got rid of him. Yeah, and say they shot him and then handcuffed him. Oh my God. This is like they just shot him down like an animal, y'all. And then gonna rope him up. Gonna rope him up and send him off, huh? See? You know what? I'd like to take a moment of silence to let these names rest in power and rest in peace, rest in tranquility and everlasting life. All right, thank you, thank you. So he was laying on the ground for 5 minutes and 11 seconds till he passed away. Action taken was the Columbus police officer Adam Coy was fired hours after a hearing was held to determine his employment. Criminal investigation is still pending. This 2, 3 years ago now, and they say an investigation is pending. This is the type of shit I be talking about. Mm, mm, mm. Manuel Ellis, 33 years old. What was he doing? It's in 2020, in Tacoma, Washington. He was walking home from a convenience store. How he was slain, an officer slammed the patrol car door into him, knocking him down. Tacoma Police Department officers Christopher Burbank and Matthew Collins tackled and struck Ellis multiple times. They struck him, tackled and struck. So basically, they beat him to death. Are you kidding me? Just for walking home? They didn't say he stole anything. So what's the reason for this? This is modern day lynching. That's all this is. Mm, mm, mm. It's ridiculous. Next, we have a black man by the last name of Brooks. What was he doing? All he did, he fell asleep in his car. So unfortunately, he was blocking a drive-through lane at a fast food restaurant. This in 2020 in Atlanta, Georgia. Police body camera showed the former officers Garrett Rove and Devin Brosnan speaking to Brooks for more than 40 minutes after complaints that the 27-year-old black man had fallen asleep in his car. The officers told Brooks that he had too much to drink to drive and attempted to restrain him. A struggle ensued, and Brooks fled. He was shot twice in the back, according to the autopsy. That's crazy. Rolfe was fired. He faces 11 charges, including felony murder. Brosnan faces a number of charges, including aggravated assault. That's crazy. All right, next. Okay. Next, we have a man in Rochester, New York in 2020. He had to run onto the street naked while experiencing a health episode. And Prude was initially compliant. His last name is Prude. Was initially compliant when emergency services found him at 3 a.m., though he became agitated. Police placed a split hood on his head. Officer, I don't know what that means. Officer Mark Vaughn used his body weight to force Prude's head against the pavement as others restrained him. Prude said police officers were trying to kill him as he was restrained for over 3 minutes. An autopsy found he died of complications of asphyxia due to the restraint, as well as acute intoxication. They had to try to, say it was his fault too, right? Like you could have got him some help instead of trying to kill him. Y'all folks dumb. Next, George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 2020 allegedly tried to use a counterfeit $20 bill. Handcuffed everybody, I'm pretty sure is well aware of this story. So I'm not even going to go into detail about this. So we're going to go to the next. Breonna Taylor, 26. She was asleep at home in Louisville, Kentucky. Taylor and her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, were sleeping when three plainclothes officers arrived to their apartment to execute a search warrant in a drug case. They believed it was a break-in, and Walker called 911 and fired his licensed firearm. Taylor, who was unarmed, was shot 8 times. He shot 8 times inside of a house. This is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, yeah, this ought to make somebody upset and want to do something about it. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Officers involved in this incident were reassigned pending the results of an investigation. Former Louisville police detective Brett Hankinson was fired and charged with 3 counts of wanton endangerment for firing into the home of Taylor's neighbors. Wow, he not only shot through her house, he shot through other people's houses too. My goodness. No charges were brought for Taylor's shooting and death. Louisville agreed to pay Taylor's family $12 million to settle a wrongful death lawsuit and agreed to a series of police reforms. That's crazy. They just got away with murder. Atiana Jefferson, 28, in Fort Worth, Texas. What was she doing? She was just at home. A police officer shot and killed Jefferson through the window of her home in the presence of her 8-year-old nephew. The police were responding to a call from a neighbor who reported that Jefferson's front door had been left open. So what happened? It's crazy. Officer Aaron Dean resigned. He was later indicted on murder charges. That happened in 2019. It took them so long to get justice. R. Rosser, 40 years old, in Arbor, Michigan. What was she doing at home? Rosser's boyfriend, this in 2014. Victor Stevens called 911 to ask police to escort her out of the house because of an altercation. The official report says that when the officers entered the home, Rosser was holding a knife and refused to drop it. Officer Mark Rabb used his taser. Officer David Reed fired a single shot that killed her. Reed did not face any charges over her death, and the police department and city implemented reforms, including equipping officers with body cameras. What? Stephon Clark, 22, in Sacramento, California in 2018, was just standing in his grandmother's backyard. An officer said they believed that Clark was holding a gun as they shot him more than 20 times. Clark was only holding a mobile phone. The district attorney declined to file criminal charges. Clark's family reached a $2.4 million settlement with the city of Sacramento, California. California would have had me fucked up. You crazy? Now, I know no amount of money can really replace somebody's life. That's besides the point. But it's the principle. That last family got like 12 million, and that was still that's still low. 12 million for a state that the state got money. We paying into the state every year. Come on, is this true or am I lying? All right, so with that being said, and California at that, oh man, California got money. That's where everybody don't really feel like they making it somewhere. They don't feel like they done made it in life until they can get to California or Hollywood, right? So that's what just made me upset, because this California, this is the Hollywood, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right? All these celebrities getting millions and millions and millions. Y'all offered them 2.4 million. Couldn't even give them 2.5. I bet. So I think I'm about done with these people. I think I proved my point. I'll do one more. In 2018, Botham Jean, right? What did he do? He's 26 years old, another black man. He's just seated on his sofa at home, eating ice cream, and John was shot by off-duty police officer Amber Geiger as she entered his apartment, believing she said that it was hers and that he was a dangerous intruder. This damn colonizer done lost her mind. This Caucasian lady done lost her mind. She went into his house thinking it was her house and shot him while he was in his house eating ice cream. That's crazy. That's crazy. So look, y'all. Moral of the story. Once again, rest in peace and rest in power to everyone that was mentioned in this video. I would like to say that I really care about our melanated people, and that if I brought these names up, just speaking to the family or anybody, like I did that because we have to tell our stories. Depending on them and their media outlets, these stories won't stay on headlines for long. It would be a thing of the past. Before you know it, they try to pay them off a little money or something, or don't do nothing at all, and just try to sweep it under the rug. And I'm tired of that. So excuse me, if I was a little passionate about my delivery, but I feel like it's time for that to stop. It's time for us to stop being treated like animals out here in these streets, out here on this land. This is indigenous people's land. This is natives' land. And we need to be returned our land. There will be so many less problems if the United States would do right, and if any politician would do right. I ain't even gonna just leave it like that. This goes for anybody. You should, if you're in a position to represent your country or your people, you should be doing everything in your power for those people, because those people are who really helped you get in the office. And even though, I ain't gonna get into that. So long story short, yeah, we need our own systems, y'all. We need our own systems, our own candidates. We need our own parties. We need our own everything. So it's time that we start taking our steps to get our everything, right? Cause you know, it's that time, y'all. It's that time. It's that time. It's that time to rise up. The frequency of the planet is rising. The frequency is rising. So if we're not doing things to vibe higher at any at any higher frequency, then you're either gonna get left behind, destroyed, forgotten about. You could be you miss out on a multi-dimensional journey. You get what I'm saying? Like, so why would you want to miss out on everlasting ascension, not just everlasting life? Because anybody can probably, any melanated being can like reincarnate it. We have souls, you know. That's kind of easy. But can you go to the next level? Can you go to the next level? Can you learn from your mistakes? Can you clear your karma? Can you clear your karma on the spot? Can you can you learn from your mistakes? That's what it's about. So that's why eating important is very healthy. That's number one. Meditation. You gotta have some good meditation. You want to stay active with yoga or working out. Make sure that get you some push-ups in. Get you some sit-ups or some squats in, or you can go walking. You know, um, there is plenty available for us to do. So yeah, man. Let me see. Let me give me another instant rolling in here. Keep the good vibes going. All right, we lit in. We lit in. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to do this screen share thing, and one of these days, I will show you all my screen. I will start doing some reactions and reviews on other videos because I would like to do that. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I see the screen mirroring thing, but when I did that last time, there was nothing on my end that indicated that I was sharing my screen. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna watch a segment of this video and I'm gonna respond directly. Mm. I just changed my mind. I just changed my mind about that. Uh, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I got something better to talk about. I'm gonna try to balance it out. I don't want the stream to be like too dark and gloomy. So let's go ahead and boost it back up real quick before I give you all a solo. All right. So, 1 second. Okay. Uh, okay. So yes, we can touch back on a couple things I was talking about before. So, all right. Did you all know that we have chakra points or points of energy up and down our spine? So we have to do things individually, like to unlock or tap into certain, powers of these central and focal points up and down our spines. So these chakras consist of first the root chakra, which is the lowest chakra and is designated by the color red. Then is the next is the sacral chakra, and it's orange. And that's the next chakra. That's the second one. All right. Chakra literally translates into a spinning wheel in other languages, yo. It represents self-sufficiency and freedom. It symbolizes, wow. So, what are chakras, you may ask? In Sanskrit, the word chakra means disc or wheel and refers to the energy centers in your body. These wheels or discs of spinning energy each correspond to a certain nerve bundles and major organs to function at their best. So your chakras need to stay open or balanced in order, for you to, take the best out of, these capabilities, people. Mhm. The chakras represent our power, both when dealing with the external physical world as well as with the astral and spiritual world. However, it is a mistake to think that chakras will fully express their power without the accent of the Kundalini. So it's basically saying, you still have to do the work. Yes, um, we have these chakra points and we could tap into them, but it's not just going to happen automatically. There are things that we have to do in order to unlock certain chakra points, and to keep them open and flowing correctly, right? So the concept of chakra arose in the early traditions of Hinduism. Beliefs differ between the Indian religions, with many Buddhist texts consistently mentioning 5 chakras, while Hindu sources reference 6 or 7. So that gives me the 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 impression that maybe this information was passed down as well. Like they probably not giving credit to who really probably invented it. If y'all get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. So all right, root chakra, sacral chakra. You got next. You have the solar plexus. You got the root, sacral, which is about your navel, and then you have the solar plexus. That's like your stomach area, right? And you can do a back bend. If you do a back bend and you inhale and bend backwards, you can do a position that actually helps to stimulate your solar plexus. It's a very, very powerful position. Y'all should try it out. Next is the heart chakra. This is the chakra of love, right? So you have a heart chakra, and in order to keep your heart chakra, flowing correctly, you have to do things like from your heart. You have to do things from your heart. One second, y'all. All right. So I'm gonna read a little passage here. While you may already be familiar with the body's chakras or energy centers, deriving from ancient Indian sculptures called the Vedas, understanding the associated chakra colors and their meanings can help you visualize balance with them more effectively. To recap, the energetic chakras function like wheels. In fact, chakra is the Sanskrit word for wheel, and they're in constant motion, says um, such and such and such and such. All right. So each one is linked with a color that is akin to the vibrational frequency of that chakra. In general, it is the speed and rate of which all your chakras spin that has an effect on your overall sense of balance. So the circulation of energy in each of our chakras then influences our physical and mental well-being by way of stimulation or inhibition. All right. So, in other words, if one of your 7 chakras is spinning out of sync or is otherwise off balance, the effects could ripple into other areas into your life or chakras as well. Okay, so it's been very, very important, people, to get in tune with yourself and to be able to, move in your energy correctly and efficiently, because the circulation of energy in each of our chakras then influences our physical and mental well-being by way of stimulation or inhibition. All right. Essentially tapping into the colors associated with each of the seven chakras, which run vertically from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, can help you connect with and understand with and overstand their unique vibrations. So below, the experts break down different chakras and meanings so you can reap the benefits of aligning your entire energetic rainbow. All right. So the five, the here goes some of the chakras right here. You got the root chakra, which, as I was saying, is red at the base of your spine. This chakra represents your security and your power base. All right. It determines your ability to feel calm, safe, and grounded. It's also a form of where you're able to pull in energy and manifest your desires. All right. So you want this, that it's very important to have the root chakra on point, y'all, because the root chakra, that's the base and the center of all of your other energy centers. Like they said, if you have one chakra off balance, it can affect your other chakras. So if you're not even grounded enough or, in tune with your root chakra at the bottom, then how can you ever expect to have a full, good flowing flow of energy to the epicenter of your crown? You get what I'm saying? And also, there are other chakras as well that extend past the base of our spine and past the crown of our heads, but that's a story for another day. So next, the sacral chakra, which is orange, is 2 inches below your belly button. So excuse me, 2 inches below the belly button. All right, 2 inches below. So this chakra represents and governs your emotional state and sense of creativity. Says, and such, it's the source of sensitivity, sexuality, intimacy, and self-expression. Often, the sacral chakra needs to be cleared of stuck energy from traumas and pent-up emotions in order to heighten your creativity and ability to express your truest self. Given that it exudes a feeling of warmth and excitement, the color orange is fitting for the sacral chakra, similar to the root chakra. If you want to summon more sacral chakra energy, uh, envision yourself in an orange light in that area of your body. And in this case, meditating on the affirmation, I am creative. And that's how you can, get your sacral chakra in check. You can say, I am safe, to get your root chakra in check. All right. So those are just a few examples, people. Next, the solar plexus, as I was just speaking of. Oh, wow. It's between the navel and the sternum. So right above your navel and right under your breastbone, the sternum, as they call it, right here in the middle of your ribs, is the epicenter of the solar plexus chakra. This chakra's color is yellow. All right. And the solar plexus chakra is indicative of a personal power and willpower, self esteem, confidence, and intellect more generally. So, as for its associated color, yellow, its connection is more symbolic. Think of seeing a bright light as an incoming to a great idea or solution. If you want to, help tone up this chakra. The color yellow represents the ability to tap into the light of 1,000 suns that exist within you. Focusing on the color yellow in the upper part of your abdomen can help you feel strong, confident, motivated, and powerful. Poon adds that you can also eat yellow colored foods in order to help you tap into the energy of this chakra. That's correct. I forgot to mention, you can, when you're eating foods and fruits, especially, and vegetables and whatnot, um, and when you see this fruit and you see what color it is, just know that when you consume this fruit or vegetable, depending on whatever color it is, it can correspond to the chakras in your body as such. That's amazing, y'all. That's amazing. So even though corn is not a good example, I would say squash, because corn technically doesn't break down in our bodies. And you know, it's I know it's a staple food. It can be used as fuel, like, but we still have to be very, very, very careful with corn because it really, in a sense, just it might pass through you, it might not. You get what I'm saying? So you want to be careful with the corn, especially with all of the stuff that they're doing to the crops these days. It's really sketchy. All right, so next. Uh, so think of this one when you want to, utilize this chakra or empower it. Say, I am enough. I am powerful. I am confident. Say things like that while imagining a ray of yellow, golden, powerful sunlight from 1,000 suns coming down on you, and let that sink in, let that marinate. You feel me? Yes, 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 yes. Next is the heart chakra, and it's in the center of your chest. The color is green. The heart chakra is the one of the most famous chakras out there because everybody has a heart, right? Everybody may not think, of like, hey, everybody has this chakra, everybody has that chakra, or I have this chakra, you have that chakra. But when it comes to a heart, because it's also a an organ of anatomy, the heart chakra can clearly be seen as something that everybody can relate with and um, can have in common in a sense, because it kind of influences people to do well and to do good, right? So this is in the center of your chest. Although pink or red may be the first colors that come to mind when you think of the heart chakra, this energetic area is actually associated with green. But as you might imagine, the heart centric themes remain, and it's the source of love, integration, and compassion. And not just in a romantic sense either. This chakra is also represents the ability to give and receive compassion, expansion, empathy, service, kindness, health, and healing. So in turn, we experience loss, regret, pain, low self-love, and low self-worth when this chakra is imbalanced. It kind of works in conjunction with the solar plexus. That's what that tells me. So to strengthen your heart chakra and open up yourself to giving and receiving love, um, I recommend some meditation where you envision your heart chakra and imagine an emerald green light glowing around yourself. Imagine yourself in basking in a pure green light. Now, I would like to also mention now on a side note that green light has a very, very high energetic wavelength, a very high frequency, people. Like, this is not like red or blue. You feel what I'm saying? So this is like, it's basically saying this solar and this heart energy is really like, that's some real strong and dense energy right there. That's some real strong energy. Um, because if you were to take a set of lasers and you were to have a red laser which runs at about 5 milliwatts, um you shine it, okay, it's all right. And then if you get a blue one, you especially see the difference in what I'm talking about. There's something about those colors, RG and B, red, green, and blue. Those are the colors that also make up the pixelation of the screens and stuff that we are watching. They use a mixture of those colors to make other colors. So it's really amazing. It can get complex, yeah. Like there's so much to learn and to study. Like it's really something else. So long story short, y'all, imagine yourself basking in a green light. In a green light. Imagine yourself basking in a green light, and you're just happy. You're full of love. You love yourself. You love others. Imagine that, and then you want to say to yourself, "I am unconditional love. I am cosmic light." Stuff like that, and that can help you to reinstate that chakra and to open it up and keep it open, keep it flowing consistently. You don't want that chakra stopped up, people. That, if you don't love correctly, then that can set your life on a course for some dark times. I'm gonna put it that way. So next, we have the throat chakra. The throat chakra is blue. It's at the base of the throat to the center of the eye. So from here at the throat, all the way to here, to the center of the eyes. Ain't that something, y'all? What? So that tells me that that crown chakra is not going to be on the body nowhere. It's really cool. So the throat chakra is all about self-expression and clearing communication. So while a balanced throat chakra is linked with speaking and writing your truth, an imbalance can result in just the opposite. People often hold back from the true honesty and fear that they may face judgment or rejection, which can be evidence of a blocked throat chakra and could even manifest in frequent coughing or other physical symptoms. Wow. So if you're struggling to communicate effectively or need an energetic boost, to ask someone out on a date or send that email to your boss about a raise, consider placing a few throat chakra stones like blue lace agate or aquamarine over your throat for a while you meditate. Wow, you can nosh on blueberries and visualize a blue light surrounding your throat area. And you want to say to yourself, I am I am certain. I am certain. Say things like that. All right. I like that tip. I like that. You know, blue lace agate or aquamarine. I'm pretty sure this blue amazonite. I don't think I have any. Well, I have an aquamarine in there, but I can't touch it. So when you think blue, you kind of think lapis lazuli, but it's all good. Next, we have the third eye chakra, which is in the center of your forehead, between your eyebrows. This is one of the few chakras that has a specific energetic point, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to that. It doesn't say starting from here to here. This just says center of your forehead and between your eyebrows. So they know exactly what is emitting this energy. Let that sink in. A lot of you conscious and real spiritual people know where I'm about to go with this. It's just 5 more seconds. So, all right. So for those of you who do know, like in the center of our forehead is the pineal gland, right? And this is actually a it's an actual organ that we have in our body, right? So it's a part of your endocrine system and it secretes a hormone, melatonin. Your pineal gland's main job is to help control the circadian cycle of sleep and wakefulness by secreting melatonin. This is what helps give us our natural melatonin and melanin in another sense. Is really producing melanin at the same time. The pineal gland is shaped like a tiny pine cone, which is how it's got its name, pineal gland. So this is pretty cool, yeah. It's an actual gland that is above the cerebellum, above the pituitary gland, and above the medulla oblongata or the spinal cord. So 3 facts about the pineal gland are: of the endocrine organs, the function of the pineal gland was the last discovered. Out of all of the organs in our complex bodies and cells and atoms and molecules and just human anatomy, so they say, this is the last organ that was discovered and thoroughly studied, y'all. So it's located deep in the center of the brain, and the pineal gland was once known as the third eye. Why is it not still known as the third eye? Like, it is what it is. The pineal gland produces melatonin, which helps maintain the circadian rhythm and regulate reproductive hormones. So, melatonin is very important for our survival. If we don't have any melatonin, we certainly don't have any balance, right? So the pineal gland, uh, many spiritual traditions believe it serves as a connection between the physical and spiritual worlds. Nah, you think like, because even if you do something to the body, the brain is still active, and they know this. That's some creepy stuff, huh? Like, imagine being like, come on now. So, what foods? Let's see here. So, foods that are high in melatonin consist of, you can get plant foods, nuts with high content of melatonin, some kinds of mushrooms, cereals, and germinated legumes or seeds are also good dietary sources of melatonin. So, hmm, what organs does the pineal gland affect? The pineal gland is an important transducer mediating environmental influences on endocrine organs. It has direct effects on the hypothalamus and pancreas, and indirect effects on the pituitary, adrenal, thyroid, and testes. Wow. So this is affecting everything from the top of your brain all the way down to the bottom of your spinal cord by your nuts. You feel me? Like, you, you just gotta know. Like, I'm here to let you know. Like, Hey, does the pineal gland use serotonin? Local control, serotonin formation. The pineal gland receives adrenic innervation, which activates a cascade of circadian events that leads to the nightly formation of melatonin from serotonin. Mm. So it's a whole transition, it's a transmutation that happens when we sleep that converts energy that literally is coming from our third eye, y'all, while we are sleeping. And we can also do this while we're awake. Yes. Like, this is why things like sun gazing are important. This is why things like meditation and just having a chill vibe are important, And I'm not saying that you got to be chill all the time, but I'm just saying like you want to make sure you keep everything in check. So, what suppresses the pineal gland? Inflammatory mediators such as cytokines regulate the function of the pineal gland, leading to the suppression, i.e., secretion of pro inflammatory cytokines or potentiation, the secretion of glucocorticoids, melatonin synthesis. All right. Okay. So this stuff is deep, man. We some complex beings, and especially if you're melanated, there's a lot more that goes into the process of us creating and maintaining our melanin than any other race. And that's not racism or anything, but I am just proud and I'm honored, to be melanated and have certain abilities that other people clearly don't have, and I'm very grateful to be able to have an open third eye as well as two good working eyes as well, because you know some people really can't see what's going on in the world. So that was just a little side lesson right there, y'all. Real quick, let's see here. So it's important to not disrupt your circadian rhythm, because aging is what decreases your melatonin. So the older we get, we may start to lose, that blackness in our hair. You see, that's where gray hair comes from. You're losing melanin. You literally from your hair. It's leaving you. So we have to do things like eat right and live healthy in order to in order to live a long and healthy life. All right, let me go back next. So that was the all right. So this is once again in the center of the forehead between the eyebrows. So it's right here, right here. And in the general sense, the third eye chakra is connected to subconscious knowledge and sensory perception. So purple is very mystical and magical color that represents wisdom. The third eye is all about connecting you to your intuition and vision. Having a clear, open third eye can help you to see the world in a whole new way. To help unleash this higher intellect, consider wearing the color of the chakra, practicing Kundalini yoga, seeking out sound healing, or conducting a sound bath at home, or adding frankincense essential oils to a diffuser or your, next regular bath. So, second, y'all. So that's why it's important to have things like this. This is a tuning fork. This is a tuning fork and it emits a healing frequency. All right, taking it out of the bag. And this is tuned to the frequency of 528 for loving heart chakra energy. So very, very nice. You know, things like this. This is really stimulating for not only your heart chakra. This could help your crown as well. It's all about how you think, y'all. It's about how you think. I got noise canceling headphones on, so if it seems like um I'm like abusing this tuning fork, I'm really not. I really can't hear it that well, so I'm just really trying to hear it. You hear that? That's lovely, right? That's lovely. So, um, you want to envision yourself in a purple light, an indigo light, if you will. And you want to say to yourself, I am connected to, I am aware. I am aware. You want to say, I am aware. I am conscious. Just like that. So I'm looking at getting some more of these. It's just not like a first priority right now. Um, but yeah, hopefully I get some more of these. All right. So next, last but not least, last on this episode, like I said, I'm gonna make another stream, you guys, where I will go over the other chakras that exist, other than the seven that are most talked about. So last that I will talk about here is the crown chakra, and crown chakra, violet or white is the color. Crown chakra is 2 inches above the top of the head. So literally, they're telling you that, but they only tell you about one that extends past the body. See, that's why I gotta do another live on that. That's gonna be lit. So this chakra is 2 inches above the top of your head. So unlike the other chakras, the crown chakra isn't actually on or within your body. It's located just above your head and radiates infinitely upward and outward, connecting you to your soul, higher self, your purpose, the universe, soul, and the divine, right? So while its energy may be either bright, violet, or white, it's always reflective of spirituality, enlightenment, and consciousness. Visualize that intense color permeating into that space and beyond it during your next meditation to access its powers and help you rejuvenate both the mind and the soul. So, wow. This is pretty cool, y'all. So, yeah, I love that. I love information. It's important, very important. All right. So, next, Okay, I think I could probably go ahead and wrap it up now. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up now. All right. So, y'all ready for a little solo, man? But real quick before I go and do that, I would like to say that I love all of my melanated people. I love all of you, and I wish nothing but the best for you. I wish unity, prosperity. I wish love, abundance. And I have to say melanated because nobody loves us. Nobody really loves us. Like we are the only race that doesn't practice isolation, in which like we don't openly accept other races. Like you'll never really hear about racism in Africa where it was a black person that did something to like a Mexican or um, Asian or something. And if they did do something to that Asian deserved it. All right. So I would just like to say, y'all see what's going on in the world. The United States is falling, and we need to be sticking together right now. I would love to see each and every one of you, doing things to help us get together, help us to ascend and to go to higher places, uh, as a collective consciousness. It's really, really important. All right. So y'all bear with me.